corporate programme is a practical course designed to help you stay well mentally and physically and to excel when you're working. Whether that's from home or in the office, we want to make sure that you're at your optimum performance no matter what is going on around you. So some of the topics that we're going to cover, really practical to make sure that you can take them home and use them with your team, is coping with uncertainty, which is so important at this time. And that is basically based on getting to the root of all fear. So if we can understand where fear comes from, then we've got a much better chance of mastering it and actually using it to excel. And then we look at overcoming stress, and those two things go hand in hand. So we look at where does stress come from, the stress process, and once we understand the stress process fully, again, we can understand how to master it and how to use it, rather than how to let it deplete us or maybe create anxiety that doesn't serve us in some way. We also look at improving focus, which is basically avoiding distraction, which can be really helpful if you're working from home. And that is all about training the mind. So making sure that the mind is actually doing what you want it to do, rather than wandering off and maybe going to places that don't serve you. And what is the long-term effect of that, whether that's to the past, which maybe links to depression, or whether that's to the future, which can link to anxiety. So noticing your thoughts and learning how to train your mind to stay exactly where you want it, again for optimum performance, mental health, and therefore physical health. We also look at resolving conflict. So we know that conflict is all around us all the time. We can't control the external circumstances. We can only control the way we react to them. So we look at how conflict can actually be something really positive, because it gives us an insight into somebody else, often into their deeper feelings, and therefore there's an opportunity for deeper connection, stronger relationships, and to actually understand what they really want and what they're asking for. We also look at avoiding disease or dis-ease. And so essentially we look at trying to come into balance. And when we can find balance, both mentally and physically, it starts to improve our immune system, and we don't get that friction, that conflict in the mind, which can often create inflammation or reduce the immune system. So we're looking at a whole range of subjects. They're actually very practical, and it's going to give you some tools that you can use both in the office and at home for your personal performance and with your relationships. So to make sure that your team and your family are getting exactly what they want out of life, no matter what is going on around them. So I hope you find it helpful. If you feel like this is something that your team or you could benefit from, then please do get in touch. We absolutely cannot wait to hear from you. Hope to speak soon.